All we want is one thing. Say something nice. It is Say Something Nice today, featuring our giving partner, Tommy Bopp from Utility Bill Pro. Today on What You Got?
Hi, friends, it's me, Barry. Good morning. It is a great day to come together and ask the question, what you got?
Hey everyone, it's Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward, the Come Together Compass, and Pact Podcasting Networks. Today is Say Something Nice Day, and this one hits right at the heart of what we try to do every single day. There's an old adage that says people may not remember what you do, but they all will always remember how you made them feel. And on June 1st, that's of course today, that message becomes a challenge. A real one. Say Something Nice Day is not about syrupy compliments or pretending everything is perfect. It's about discipline. It's about choosing to be a lifter. Even when you and your feelings want to pull you the opposite direction. Maybe you feel negative beliefs about someone are justified. Maybe you feel you have every reason to stay quiet or stay cold. But today asks you to pause, look deeper, and find one true thing that you can appreciate about someone you cross paths with. I am very political. Pretty sure everyone here can figure out which way I stand. I've said this multiple times. I have many people that I love who are on the opposite sides of the fence with me when it comes to politics. We are in a climate right now where we are the anomaly. I love that. I love it. I think it's fantastic that we are an anomaly because we watch families being broken. We watch friendships being torn apart. We watch brother and sister walk away from each other because you voted for the other idiot? What is wrong with you? Well, let's be honest here. You know what? We all voted for an idiot. At least if you're conscious, you voted for any idiot. That doesn't matter. So you don't like the way things are going right now. So you love the way things are going right now. Does that mean that you are willing to put a relationship to the side of people who think differently than you? I'm going to say this, and I am going to say this as cleanly and as clearly as I possibly can. What someone else does not mean you 100% have to agree with them. You do not have to agree with everything that someone does and follow every single thing that they do. If you do, you are a sheep. You're less than a follower. You're a sheep. If that's the life you choose, that's the life you choose. Okay? But I think we all aspire to be a little bit more than that. We need to make sure that we all just put some thoughts into everything that we do every day. We know if we're doing something that's going to hurt someone else. And if you come to that position, you should really take a second look at that. And I don't care if you're left, right, which way you are. If you are putting someone else's well-being in danger, you're not in the right. You're not. You're just simply not. So, just a little something to think about, okay? But today is that day that, you know what? Today's the day to maybe contact somebody that you've had a disagreement with. Let's start picking up these conversations again. Maybe you like the hairstyle of the officer who just wrote you a ticket. Maybe you admire the management style of the coworker who just got the promotion you wanted. Maybe you notice the patience of the cashier who's clearly having a long day. And if you exercise your mind, you can find something positive in anyone. And when you do, something powerful happens. You feel lighter. You feel healthier. You feel more connected to the world around you. And quite frankly, you have done something to make it a better day, even if it's just for a moment. And that brings us to our giving partner of the day, someone who knows a lot about lifting people up when they need it the most. Today we are featuring my good buddy, tall buddy, Mr. Tommy Bopp at Utility Bill Pro. You can find him on our site at communitypayitforward.us profiles/Bill Pro and at utilitybillpro.com, or simply scan this QR code. It'll take you to his page on our website. One other thing that you can do, you can say, Zach, I run a nonprofit. I need our bills reduced. What's that Tommy guy's name again? And I will use this little thing right here, and I will send Tommy and yourself an email introducing you to each other. Simply get a hold of me at Zach, Z-A-K, at communitypayitforward.us. Let me try this again without choking. Z-A-K at communitypayitforward.us. I love making introductions to make great people's lives even better. So, Tommy helps families and small businesses and nonprofits navigate confusing utility bills, reduce unnecessary costs, and get real clarity in a world that often feels overwhelming. He's a problem solver. He's a communicator. And he's someone who shows people what they are not alone, that they're not alone when numbers stop making sense. That's what being a real lifter looks like in real life. Look, there are companies, utility companies, cell phone companies. There are companies out there that are going to throw in these little bills that you never we went to go get tags one year, and Adrian was reading everything that we got taxed on. Folks, I about had a heart attack. I could not believe some of the stupid stuff that was on there. I'm pretty sure if she would do that with all of our bills, I'd probably really have a heart attack. Tommy specializes in finding those things that are in there and going, we don't need to do this. This doesn't apply to you. This is not what we're doing. And so we're going to reduce this. By the way, Tommy doesn't take a penny if he cannot get anything off your bill. So it doesn't hurt your bottom line if he doesn't change your bottom line. So you need to call Tommy. You need to figure it out. He can help you save money. And nonprofits, You know you don't have the money to be spending on feckless money, feckless bills, when people are out there just taking money because they can take money. And these companies will take money because they've gotten away with it for a long time. I've said this forever, and I truly do believe this, and my apologies to anybody in the insurance world, but insurance companies have not become billion-dollar organizations because they love giving money away. Guess what? Utility companies are the exact same way. So I want to thank everybody for listening to what we were doing during May with National Mental Health Awareness Month. We're going to change this up a little bit since it's now June. Happy June, by the way. We're celebrating Effective Communications Month. So in every episode this month, we will include something simple, a way that we can communicate better with each other. Okay? So today's tip is this. Say the good and say it out loud. Most people never hear the positive things others think about them. We assume they know. We assume it's obvious, but it's not. When you notice something good, speak it. A kind truth spoken out loud can change the direction of someone's entire day. Guys, I'm going to say this out loud because I feel like I have to. This does not mean walk up to some lady on the street and say, "Oh, you look good today." Don't be an ass. This applies to someone who simply picks up a piece of trash off the ground and it wasn't theirs. It's not their trash, but they still picked it up and threw it away. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for making our city better. Thank you for caring enough to pick that up off the ground. Thank you for pushing that extra cart into the little gatherer. You didn't have to do that, but you did it, and I appreciate it. So, here's your what you got question of the day. Who can you lift today with one honest, positive thing that you have never said to them before? Who can you lift today with one honest and positive thing you have never said to them before? Tag them, message them, tell them, let them feel it. Maybe this is someone that you don't see eye to eye with and you don't do a lot of talking to. But deep down, you've always said, I absolutely love the way that they've decided to do this accounting style that they've taken and they've turned this into something different. Shout them out. Make them feel important. Because when we choose to lift each other, we rise together. Our mission of the day, folks, is quite easy. Talk to someone you haven't talked to. Talk to someone where communication has been disturbed because opinions got in the way. Reach out to them and say, I just want to make sure you're doing okay. That's all you have to do. Because when we choose to lift each other, we rise together. I'm Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward, Come Together Compass, and the Pact podcasting channels, asking you to please love someone out there because someone loves you. Always remember that if you're not helping someone, you're hurting everyone. And remember, none of us ever have to take our steps alone when we all come together. Make sure you're asking questions because we all want to know what you got today.